Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today, we will learn about how to toggle themes in JavaScript, or how you can allow your application to have both light and dark themes. I have already set up the code and I will just explain them to you. I also hope that the audio is much better because I'm holding it horizontally right now, or rather, I'm holding my mic horizontally. But anyway, let's walk through the code, shall we? So we just have two buttons, which renders the application in dark or light mode. And we have a style that's saying that for an element with the attribute of data theme value and the value of that attribute is equals dark, then we want to declare a CSS property named background color, and the value of that CSS property is equals to black. Okay, so if we have the HTML tag to have this attribute right here, that means its children will inherit this CSS property named background color. So the body tag will inherit this right here, and there we go. Okay, so let's go to the JavaScript code, shall we? So first we'll just grab all the buttons and then declare the function. So to get the HTML tag in JavaScript, we just get the property named document element in the global object named document. Okay, and then since we are storing the theme value in our local storage, we just get that in here. So this means that we will access the key or property inside the local storage named theme. Okay, and this will return to us the value of this key. Okay, and if it does not exist, then this will be undefined or null, rather null. Okay, and then after that, we just remove the class list, or we just remove the specific class names in the list of classes in this element or HTML tag. And the reason we do this is to avoid having contradicting class names. So if I remove this, we can see that in action. There we go. We have contradicting class names, dark and light. Okay, so let's move on. This if statement is just checking if our stored theme is a valid value, if it's either dark or light. If it is, then we just set the style of the HTML tag to have the CSS declaration of color scheme to be equals to the stored theme, which is either dark or light inside this if statement. Okay, so what this is saying to the browser is the color scheme that it can comfortably render the contents in. So if I try to remove this customized background color, we can see that the browser will render our contents in a dark grayish background, and in the light it will be rendered in a white background. Okay, so this is just a good practice, and if you can't be bothered with setting custom values, you can do it like that. And we're just setting the attribute and the class name. So it's much better to choose between the two. If you want to either use the attribute selector, or if you want to use the class selector. Okay, and in here just showcased two ways. So yeah, anyway, and then excuse me, and then if it's not a valid value, if the stored theme is not valid or does not exist, then we'll just have a CSS media query. Okay, wherein we will check the user's preferred theme in their browser settings. And to do that, or rather to do the media query in JavaScript, we will just access the method in the window global object named match media. And this accepts an argument of the media query. So this is the same as media queries in CSS, okay? And in this case, we just want to have the media query of prefers color scheme equals to dark. And this will give us the methods or properties, or rather, this will return to us an object with the properties including this property named matches. So this when we get this property with dot notation, this has a value of either true or false based on whatever is based on whether the media query is true or not. Okay, and then if it does, then we just set the color scheme to dark, otherwise set it to light. And that's pretty much it. Pretty cool, right? And then for each button, we just attach an event listener. And when we click, we just want to save the value of its attribute named data theme inside the local storage with the key of theme. So it will override the current value in the local storage. So just that is one thing to note, is that when we set a value in local storage, if a current key that we, or if the key that we set it, or we set this value to, already exists, then that means the this declaration or this invocation wherein it contains the new value will override the old value. So if we check here, it's being overridden. There we go. Okay. And then after saving the value, we just store it, or we just call the setSim function. And then we have this invocation here so that we can load, or rather we can set the theme on page load. Okay, so it is what we see happening right now. I'm refreshing the page. Okay, I think that's all, and I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe. I will appreciate it. Consider liking and subscribing rather. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Good luck on your development journey, and I hope you learned something. Happy learning. Have a good day, and goodbye. God bless.